Ahoy! I'm in search of the mythical Moby Power Bar that promises grip, durability, and aesthetics. But I'm a bit nervous that the Titan sirens have sung their song to steal my money, as well as my leg. The No Fate channel? Checking in. Jonathan here, and every week I review a new piece of home gym equipment. This week we're going to determine whether Titan Fitness has been up to their old tricks, or have they finally turned the ship around and headed to clearer waters with the release of this brand new limited edition Moby Power Bar. Released on their website without any prior hint or notice, this Moby Dick Power Bar was priced at $250 and quickly sold out. Weighing in at 45 pounds, the Moby Dick Power Bar comes in with a 29mm shaft, a rating of 220,000 PSI, and a capability of holding supposedly 2,000 pounds. It does come with a medium mountain knurling, Cerakote finish, and gold titanium sleeves, as well as a specialized Moby end cap. Out of the box, my first impression were that these gold sleeves look fantastic, especially with the hook and rope emblem that they put around here. But as we know, first impressions can be misleading. Let's talk about the spin. Out the gate, the spin itself is relatively smooth. It's good, and honestly, it's a little better than I expected. When I saw these gold titanium sleeves online, it immediately made me think of the Fringe Sport Midas bars, which, as you may know or remember, got shipped with a whole bunch of rust out of them, and the spin was horrible. Now, this spin, it's pretty good. It's pretty even. I will say, when a power bar, you don't want crazy spin like an Olympic bar. Let's do some apples to apples comparison. While this spin is good and is going to get the job done for your big three lifts, compared to the gold standard Rogue Ohio Power Bar, it's just not as smooth, as clean, and just frankly not as good. Probably the biggest question out there regarding this barbell is the Cerakote finish. As we know, Cerakote is fantastic for improving durability, but when it comes to the knurling, it will fill in some of those spaces in between, pacifying the knurling just a little bit. Now online, Titan claims to have medium mountain knurling, and we never trust what Titan Fitness writes online. I will say, after reviewing it and using it for a week, it does have exactly medium knurling. It's absolutely not aggressive, but it's probably closer to aggressive than I expected. It's got a good grip, and anyone that's doing the big three lifts is gonna find this to be more than adequate. The other problem with Cerakote is that there's frankly different levels to the game, and there's good and there's bad, and it's hard to tell the difference at first glance right out of the box. At first glance, this absolutely looks fantastic. The white with gold just really pops, and aesthetically is extremely pleasing. However, the Titan Fitness literature that they put out on their own website states that over time, this is gonna receive wear and tear. Unfortunately, I haven't had this for 6 months to a year, and even in my home gym, it's not gonna see excessive use, so I don't know how this will hold up over the long haul. I have to imagine, because they've already written about it in their literature to give you a forewarning, that over time, and maybe a shorter time than we'd like, you're gonna see wear on this white Cerakote finish. Ahoy! I need to thank all of you scallywags for using my affiliate links, which are in the description of today's video, and the proceeds from those links do go into paying for future videos. As we know, any barbell out of the bag is gonna look fantastic, and the sleeves are gonna have not a scratch on them. But how's it gonna look in 6 months or even a year? And we don't honestly know. I, in fact, have only had this for like a week and a half now, so I can't honestly tell you. But we can do a bit of scientific research. I'm gonna put this Titan Fitness 45-pound plate on and off 100 times. To be completely honest, that took a lot longer than I expected, and I did expect to see some scratches. I expected to see some wear because, hey, I put it through a bit of rough trade. 100 plates on and off your barbell sleeve, That's a good number of weeks of use, at least in this home gym. I'll tell you, there's not a scratch on it. It still looks pristine. And when I've reviewed some of Titan Fitness's previous sleeves on some of their other bars, those coatings were absolute crap and they scratched from set number 1. So very, very impressed, at least so far, with the gold titanium sleeves on these Moby Dick bars. Cost. Now, we all like to think we're a little less shallow than we really are, but when it comes to any purchase, cost is usually the number one factor we use to pick one item over another. And the Moby Power Bar comes in at $250. And if you had a coupon code like I did, it was even less. And when it comes to Power Bars, there's very few at $250. And when it comes to Power Bars with a Cerakote finish, there's even less at $250. And frankly, it's just really well priced. You look at some of Titan Fitness's other Cerakote barbells, and they're in the 300 plus mark. Now, this is a limited edition. It did sell out, but I do expect that Titan Fitness is gonna be Titan Fitness, and they're gonna release more of these barbells because it's gonna make them money. It's time. It's time for my final thoughts. And I know we all like to beat up on Titan Fitness. I do it too. It's fun. And frankly, it's a little too easy. But when it comes to the Moby Power Bar, they actually delivered on all of their promises. Now, let's take a step back. When you pay a higher price, you have higher expectations. And by no means is this $250 Power Bar going to beat out a Texas Power Bar, a Rogue Ohio Power Bar, or probably not even the Black Diamond Power Bar from Rep Fitness. It's just not going to do it, okay? However, for $250, you do get medium knurling, you do get a Cerakote finish, you get gold titanium sleeves, and you get everything you could want in a Power Bar. 29 millimeters, center knurling, decent spin, and at $250, I keep saying that number, but it's true.
Lady in the street, but a freak in the sheets. One of the nice things about this bar is that you can just jam it right into a landmine. Because of that initial price, you don't really have to think twice.
Now, if you love aggressive knurling, this one just isn't for you. And if you're gonna be on the platform of a powerlifting competition, you probably should just spend a little extra money and get yourself a nicer powerlifting bar. But if you're a Joe Schmo in your home gym, just trying to get some muscle, grind out some workouts, and build your strength, and you want a powerlifting bar for a good price, I hate to admit it, and in fact, I wish I couldn't, but I have to say it, the Moby Dick powerlifting bar from Titan Fitness is absolutely worth every penny. It absolutely delivers on what it promises. It looks fantastic, and so far, it has held up. Now, I want you to keep me honest. If you know of a better powerlifting bar with a Cerakote finish for $250 or less, drop it in the comments below because I'd like to know about it. If you scallywags want to see more barbell reviews, then check out this beauty. And if you made it this far in the video, you and I are like Captain Ahab and White Whales. We're like Sylvester Stallone and Creed 3. We're best friends. Shake and bake. Thanks for making it all the way to the end. And as usual, don't save anything for the trip back.
And it feels different. It feels fantastic.